Shalom everyone, I'm Rami Zalcman, your personal economist, and you're watching the Playful Economicon. Today we are seeing an ever-growing number of startups, businesses, ideas, requests for funding. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the rate of failures for newly created businesses is also high. And I'm talking not only about small communities far from large financial centers. This also applies to New York, Berlin, Moscow. One of the most common reasons new businesses fail in the beginning of the road is poor planning before the start, lack of the detailed roadmap, and a through cash flow. Would-be entrepreneurs are often too eager to implement their ideas, which is good, but there is one more step between the idea and the implementation. It is a business plan. And we are going to discuss it in today's episode. I've watched a couple of videos on the internet which suggest that you don't need a business plan. They suggest that you don't need to structure your idea before the start, as if it's pointless, and it's all that you need is to jump right in action. They also infer that would-be entrepreneurs think of a business plan as a ready-made guidance, which is definitely not, and that financial projections made are unlikely to come true. Far enough. The real business situation will often develop not up to a plan. However, come what may, strategically is even worse, so you have to ready to invest your time and think your options which will become your guide. Google statistics shows 150,000 search queries for business plan. I believe that this is all mainly from people looking for fresh business ideas they can work out well today. Many would-be entrepreneurs are looking for a fresh modern idea that wouldn't require much investment, and this is the most highly demanded offer on a business ideas market as of today, yesterday and tomorrow, anytime. Still, any businesses, however simple, must have an implementation plan. This is my take on it. What should a business plan look like, and what is the secret to writing a good business plan? You'll find out in a moment. First things, a business plan is a roadmap for a business, which means this is the very least. It should be clear and comprehensible for you and your potential investors too, if you are planning to raise money. A business plan specifies how and why in your business idea. Before writing a business plan, you need to think of two key points. The first is where are you now and what you have. And the second is your target. What are you going to have after the launch of your businesses? And then you need to specify with as much detail as possible all of steps to lead you from your starting point to your desired destination. Idea or executive summary. There you literally write your name, age and the funds you have, if any. Next, describe your idea or vision. To cut a long story short, let's take one of the most common business models at the moment as an example. Coffee to go. So, that's what you wrote in a business plan. To set up a mobile coffee shop, startup budget 0. What's next? Next, you analyze the market. In fact, you should have done it previously, way before actually sitting down to write your business plan. But for your purposes, we assume that you are walking down to the street, bought a cup of coffee somewhere along the way and decide that you could succeed in this business too. That's our premise. Market analysis is an essential step because it affects directly our future business success. It includes research into competitors and your chosen line of businesses. In other words, you have to search for all companies engaged in similar businesses in your city. Then narrow your search down to your neighborhood or look for a competition-free area. Now, then you identified your competitors, you need to get the competitor intelligence. How long have they been in their businesses? What strengths and weaknesses do they have? Ideally, you should be able to immerse yourself in businesses, for example, by getting employed by one of these companies as a courier or otherwise. This will be an opportunity to get to know the businesses which can help you avoid at least some mistakes. Now, let's look to the other section. There you will list your products and services. Back to our coffee to go example, you must offer a variety of products from ordinary espresso to special treats with all sorts of syrups and toppings. Additionally, some of the points of sale offer snacks. Here you also include any equipment needed, such as a laptop, printer, payment terminal, or a WAN equipment with a coffee machine or a portable coffee counter. But anyway, it will always include a coffee machine. And coffee, and milk, and cream, and all the syrups, and generally the list of everything you'll need for your day-to-day operations. Using this list as a starting point, you can formulate your line businesses. In our case, it is a selling coffee-based beverage. This will help you obtain the necessary licenses, permits for doing businesses and incorporating a legal entity or be otherwise legally registered according to your local tax laws. Any government has their own tax authority, which usually has a website. If you can't find necessary information there, just phone them. There's no reason to be shy. Instead of doing it all wrong and wasting time for resubmissions, all you need is to consult them by phone. In the line of business section of your business plan, you will include a step-by-step description of the incorporation process. Look, the section should be simply stated like that. Choose a legal and/or trade name, get the required documents, file the documents with the tax authority. Specify which documents exactly you need to file and with which authority. However, don't be too specific, you need a checklist, not a long read. In the competitive advantages, you need to pitch your ideas, provide reasons why your business stands out. In our case, why customers will buy coffee from you instead of your competitors 2 bus stops away. Include your unique features and benefits in this section, such as extraordinary customer service, every fourth coffee free, sampling new coffee varieties every Saturday, and so on. For creative inspiration, look up similar companies in other countries on the internet, and creative is the key there. And have I told you that you should choose a neighborhood with minimum competition or without competition at all? It is simple logic. There you also define your financial advantages, including whom you are going to supply your coffee from and why they would want to sell cheap to you. Next, the financial plan or investment section. It is arguably the most important part of your entire effort. There, you detail all actual and potential expenses, as well as estimated revenue and profitability of a project. A financial plan details your speculations, not actual numbers. It is clean as day that your costs, including the cost of your coffee supply, will vary as you will probably transact with your suppliers in a currency different from your own. You have to note it in your financial section of your business plan as well. There you also include any products that you will buy, turn into products and then sell, as well as any equipment you need for your businesses. As I already mentioned, it can be a laptop, printer, even a car. Add your monthly rent and any other recurring expenses there. The most challenging part of this section is identify your funding sources. Not for your tax authority, but for your own references. Let's assume you calculate the amount you need for your businesses, but you don't have cash. Where are you going to outsource your funding from? On what terms and conditions? This part is all about credit planning and how you're going to repay. If you're looking to investors, describe a couple of potential investment options there, including the repayment process and what return they are going to have. For example, your investors loans you 20 grand and your promise is to return $20,200 in a year's time. It is 10% of your project profit. However, you're highly unlikely to attract investors with such ridiculous amounts. Alternatively, you can offer your prospect funders to become sole owners of your coffee shop, meaning that they will have a share in your business. In fact, you'll have to still manage the entire business all by yourself, but the profit will be shared unless and until you buy out the investor's stake. You can also get a bank loan, however, the interest rate will be much higher than in case of an investor. And in general, this option is not so flexible. And your loan application can be turned down if your credit score is not good enough. You can request your credit score from a credit reporting agency or look up other similar options available in your country on the internet. Crowdfunding is another financing source. People post their ideas on one or more of the many available crowdfunding platforms and hope to collect the required amount. But this can take a lot of no chances. You can also apply a business grant or other financial assistance program offered by your local government. They are intended to help small businesses, just like you. That's where your business plan will be needed. So let's go back to our business plan again. The financial planning section should be also include an economic feasibility study. For this purpose, you should use a project analysis method. No thinking here, it is easier than it sounds. There, you simply lay out your one-year project expenses and revenue, any investments or loans required, as well as debt searching cost, which is basically how you are going to repay your funders. Just calculate all your estimated expenses and subtract them from your total estimated revenue. If you are satisfied with the amount you ended up with, your project can be considered profitable. Now you can continue with how you're going to promote your business. And this is what the next section of the business plan is about. Social media campaigns, printing out flyers and delivering them around your neighborhoods to mailboxes and under car wipers, along all other simple advertising methods. Don't be too surprised. That's what marketing looks like. If your budget allows you to employ an expert sales specialist, you can ask me. I have a really good one. This should be also included in your marketing plan, along with promotion on Instagram or advertising by an awesome blogger. Ideally, you have to put all your projected expenses and revenues from your financial plan plus your marketing plan and cost together in a spreadsheet. There you show all your required investment and repayment schedule, all potential expenses and revenues, at least for a 2-year period. As a result, you'll have a couple of pages long, step-by-step quick guide on your businesses. What are you going to sell? Where are you going to supply it from? How are you going to present it? What your project profits and losses are, and why you believe your idea will work out. If your text is more than 2 A4 pages, sorry, too much. You have to rewrite it. You can find business plan examples and templates on the internet. Some are free, some are for sale. I'm 99% sure that's ready-made business plan for almost a business model you can think of. You simply download it and make a couple of tweaks to suit your own goals. Remember, your business plan is interested for your guidance in the first place, and that's you should be able to thoroughly understand it. That's you who will act upon it and gonna revise it as new data arrive. No one can do it for you. If you think that is a waste of time and you can set up a business from scratch without calculations or roadmap, then off you go. It is up to you. Please let me know in the comments below whether you succeeded or not. And if you applied for a business grant or loan, please share your story as well. Also, share your successes or failures in the comments section. Your stories can help others make better choices and start up their own businesses. Thanks for watching and live a wealthy life. Rami.